Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Cougar House Garage. Today we're continuing work on our Porterbuilt C-10, the Hog 1968 Chevy. We got the front drop member completely installed in our last episode, so now we're going to go ahead and press in the bushings to the control arms, and then we're going to go ahead and go outside to the chassis out there that we took the cab off of. We're going to take the drop spindles off of it, the brake rotors, and the knuckles, or the spindle is the knuckle on that truck, and pull that all off with the 22s, bring it inside, get the knuckles, or the spindle, sorry, get the spindle installed on the control arms, and then go ahead and install the 22s, and then we'll move on to the rear Porterbuilt drop member install. So let's get started, guys. Cue the music. Alright guys, all finished up today. We didn't get enough time to get the chassis disassembled outside and move on to the rear of the Porterbuilt drop member parts, but we did press in the bushings in the upper and lower control arms. We pressed the ball joints in the lower control arms. We installed the ball joints on the upper control arms. Installed the control arms on the chassis, so now we're ready to go ahead and strip the chassis outside, take its spindles off and its 22s and its brakes, bring those inside, mount the spindles and brakes and 22s, and then the front won't be done until we get bags and shocks from Porterbuilt and a rack and pinion. And then we'll move on to the rear of it after we put the wheels and the spindles up front. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow, and we'll move on to stripping that chassis, and we'll get these parts installed on the front of this one. See you guys then. Hey guys, back at it this morning. Josh and I are here working on the Chevy C-10. We got all the front suspension put on there yesterday, minus the spindle and the 22s. So we're going to go ahead and go out to the chassis outside, pull off its spindles and its 22s, then bring them in here and assemble them on the front of the Porterbuilt drop member. And then we'll move on to assembling the rear step notch and the rear Porterbuilt parts. So let's continue, guys.
Sun is out here overseas. Dark emotions ever torn so deep, falling down through the clouds. I'm feeling you. Stay away from me. You keep haunting me.
That wraps up this episode here, guys, at Cougar House Garage, working on the Chevy 68 C-10, the Hog. You know, it was a pretty successful past couple days here. We brought the chassis, or the truck, in yesterday. We pulled the nose off it, we pulled the cab, and then we rolled that chassis outside, put the chassis next to the garage, set the cab down on the cab dolly, got it out of the garage, and then we got our new to us chassis in the garage. It is a long bed chassis that we're going to be turning into a short bed chassis with some measurements from Porterbuilt. And then we were able to get all the pieces stripped off the frame, the factory fuel lines and brake lines and stuff like that. And then we unboxed all of our Porterbuilt parts, our front and rear stage 3 drop members. We got our front drop member with control arms. We didn't get the bags and the shocks yet. We're going to get those ordered up in a few weeks here. And then we got the rear step notch with trailing arms and with a combined Watts link. So that'll be a pretty cool setup for the rear. And then we got all the front drop members installed, or the front drop member installed on the front of the frame here. Everything went together super easy. I mean, these parts are absolutely the highest quality I've seen for bag truck parts. I mean, I suggest them to anybody. We're up to the same quality of the parts here at Cougar House, so that's pretty cool. Everything went together very easily. It was a really easy install. I mean, you just follow the instructions. You have to drill a couple holes, and then just pretty much bolt everything together in a certain orientation. So, I mean, and it looks really, really good. And then we stripped the parts off the chassis outside, the spindles and the brake rotors, and got them thrown onto the chassis with its 22s. So, and we were able to set it down on the ground and look at the way it looks. I mean, it just looks super cool. It lays completely on the ground with a 29-inch tire. That's what's so cool about Porterbuilt Stage 3 kit. So yeah, guys, I mean, pretty successful install. In our next episode here, we'll get we'll install the rear step notch and Watts link and the trailing arms and the frame stiffener and all those parts in the rear of the truck. So we'll catch you guys then when we work on that. But thanks for watching today, guys. Thanks for your constant support as always. If you guys like this kind of content, please let me know in the comment box. And if you guys like Cougar House Garage, you like what we do, check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook.com/Cougar House Garage. And we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram, guys. Follow along there on the daily story that I'm pretty active on and all the crazy projects. And we'll see you guys next episode.